Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hand me the salt? Salt? Yeah, it's a slurp in my water. And it feels. I don't know that it's like for something. Thank you. All right. Uh, okay. All right, y'all. I'm back. I guess I technically took like what it seemed like a little break. 'Cause- But I did record some videos, so Whew, baby. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Say to you. Hey, what's up? 'Cause what's up, y'all? What y'all got going on? I'm doing all right. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It came back outside low key. I was out here earlier, but you know what I'm saying? I use toilet paper. I don't know if you use toilet paper, but I use toilet paper. I also use a bidet. I don't know why people keep asking me that. I don't know why people keep asking me that, yo. I can't study. Every time somebody asks me that, I always assume that it's a situation where you use your hand to wipe your behind. Because why are you asking me this? Asking me this question. Uh, I feel like it's such a silly question, yo. Hey, what's up? The wild thing is, I almost didn't have my nails this long because I was gonna redo 'em and do a curved nail, do some nails with a C curve, but I didn't feel like it, so I went ahead and revived out my, you know what I'm saying, some of the previous nails while I live in pink. I don't know because I love pink; it's my favorite color. And simultaneously, typically when I go to a store to buy clothes, shoes, etc., if it's in pink, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Even though I can't stunt, the last time I went to the store to shop and actually like buy I bought some shoes. I bought nothing like, you know what I'm saying, neutral colors. I bought some black slides, some white sneakers, and some white heels. But for the most part, I love pink. I do. You know what I'm saying? I finally got me a new little purse and it's pink. It is very cute. I love it so much. But it's because I love pink. I always wear pink. So I don't know. It kind of makes no sense for me to buy something in a color that I'm not going to have anything to go with it. You know, even though I have a few things that are not pink, I have some, you know, red clothes, the yellow, blue, but for the most part, it's pink. Hey, what's up? Thank you. But for the most part, I wear pink. You know what I'm saying? I just do. I have some things that are in other colors that I'll wear, but pink is my favorite. You feel like I look better in white. I have some white outfits. I don't really have a lot though. I can't say. I don't really wear white that, but I don't wear white that much. Not because I don't like it, but because like, you know, typically you gotta be real careful to not mess your outfit up. You gotta be real careful to like, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of clumsy. I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm kind of clumsy, and I don't want it to be a situation where I decide that I got on all white, go and eat something like some nachos or something like that, and then you got cheese all over it. No, it could be a situation where, you know what I'm saying, give me some catfish and get hot sauce all over my dress shirt or whatever it is I got going on. No, I don't like that. You want to visit me? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you are. I can't say I don't invite strangers to my house. And then on top of that, it's my mama house. I don't just invite strangers to be out with me, yo. Thank you. I sure will because I got cameras all around my house. So I know when everybody come. It don't matter who it is. I get a toot toot notification on my phone. Baby. Let me see. can't move it. They ain't gonna let me move the QA. Why is it in my face? Let me move the phone up. Baby, I'm not gonna invite nobody to my house. No. I don't invite strangers to my I'm not gonna invite a stranger to my house, yo. It's no offense. Ain't to, you know what I'm saying? Ain't a situation where I'm trying to be mean, but simultaneously, that right there, baby, you're not a boy and you're 37 years old. Okay, so as I've said before, if it's ever a situation where I like get to know or meet somebody in person from off of social media, it would have to be in a public space. It will be like a meet and greet, and it's probably gonna be like a whole group of people, not just me one on one with somebody else, because I have had some very interesting experiences to say the least. And you know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I first became an influencer back when I was still modeling and like I was mostly modeling, doing makeup and like promoting brands and etc. I had went out to this club and while I was out, somebody tried to like this, you know what I'm saying? Somebody was trying to have me kidnapped. I have been out before and you know what I'm saying, had some good experiences too. I went to a racetrack for my birthday some years back. My son father took me and you know what I'm saying? I saw a bunch of people up there that knew who I was. And like one lady brought me like this little cupcake. It was so cute. She made me a cupcake and had a candle in it, and I blew out the candle. And then you know, I don't remember if she filmed it or took a picture, but you said kidnap for what? Baby traffickers do exist. They do, they do in fact exist, and that was one situation that was wild, yo. But baby, when I say they mistake, baby, I got to that Cadillac and then skirt, gone, bro. That was, you know what I'm saying, my thing back in the day, getaway driver. It ain't no situation where you finna catch me. Baby, you can't catch me. I get behind that wheel, you in trouble. You is in trouble, baby. I get behind that wheel, skirt. In Houston too. Baby, I know all the freeways, the back streets, and all that gone, bro. At this point, I know how to get gone on foot with two messed up ankles and a messed up feet. For sure, for sure. I'm all right. I'm sitting out here chilling. Thank you. You said you glad I'm okay. Man, I done been through some things. I done been through some things, but it is what it is, I guess. I used to, when I was younger, I used to get a thrill out of certain things. I can't say, I ain't even gonna lie. I used to get a thrill out of certain things happening. You said I broke your heart. I don't see how I broke your heart. All I did is go out, get drunk, almost start a fight, and went home. That's what happened last night. To be real, I met a few people, and you know what I'm saying? For the most part, I was outside hanging out, bro. It wasn't even a situation. I ain't even do that. I don't know how I broke your heart, man. Unless you pulled up to one of the clubs I was at and then come up and say nothing to me, then I understand you. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, do I attend church online on Sunday morning, and I have church all week from Sunday to Sunday. So I know it's not the same, but currently not only do I not have an actual car, but my scooter is messed up. So ain't really too much about me going, you know what I'm saying, physically going anywhere. For the longest time, I ain't even have no decent shoes to wear to church. And even though you're supposed to be able to come as you are, when it come down to it, people will start looking at you, giving you a side eye and treating you funny if you show up, you know what I'm saying, looking a certain type of way. So I just don't. He said his heart been broken. Yeah, I ain't trying to break nobody's heart. I do like to, you know what I'm saying? I want to say I like to go out. I do, but at the same time, I haven't been out in a long time. So I don't feel like I can even still say I like going out. But I went out because I hadn't been out in forever. I wanted to get out the house, go and socialize and etc. So I did, you know what I'm saying? I did. I had fun. And that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just what happened. Now I did, you know what I'm saying? I met a few people last night, but it ain't to say that, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be in like, you know, getting married next week or something like that. I don't know about that. But you know, at the same time, I did have a good time. Thank you. Maybe one day you can invite me to church. That's cool. That's cool. I wouldn't mind. I am in the great state of Texas. Yup, for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Baby, it be going down up in these streets. You do gotta be careful. And you know what I'm saying? That's part of the reason why I don't be going out that much. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I was younger, you couldn't like you could not pay me to not go out. You couldn't pay me to stay in the house. I stayed going out. I stayed ripping and running the streets and all that. Yeah, it's still 85 degrees and the sun is not even out anymore. But you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, that's like that was my MO. That was my prerogative to go out, run the streets, be, you know what I'm saying? I forgot the from the Bulldogs, what did he say? Um that he wanted to go out and run the streets with his friends. Dude, that's what I was on. I was on some ripping and running the streets with my friends and some of the most like, you know what I'm saying, notorious neighborhoods out here. And that was just what I was on back then. And like I said, you know, I can't say I part of me accepting myself is admitting that I love the thrill, I love the rush because some of the situations I ended up in is just absolute nonsense, makes no lot like why. But we have gotten snow out here in the winter, but in reality, I think it was only one time that a winter storm was actually cold enough for the snow to stay like snow for longer than a day. But typically when it snow out here, it'll snow. You can see it at night, but as soon as the sun starts to rise, it'll like thank you, it'll melt. So typically, it's like we have got snow. We got snow a few times. For the most part, throughout my childhood, we never had snow. We just now started getting snow like this since I've been an adult. But as a child, it never snowed in Houston. It would get cold, but it wasn't cold enough for it to snow. Honestly, shockingly, when I went out and moved to the desert, I realized that Houston is actually hotter than the desert is, especially during wintertime. In wintertime in the desert, it gets really cold. It snows out there and the snow stays like for days, sometimes weeks. Versus out here. We don't really have like we have a winner, but it's not really a winner. You would have me not wanting to leave the house. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a good thing, to be so in love with someone that you don't want to leave the house. But I say, I don't know if it's a bad thing because I didn't dated some people that would literally have me in a position to where I was literally scared to leave the house because if I leave the house, they will be sending people after me and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. You lost one of your brothers in 2010. My condolences. I feel you. My condolences. I completely understand. Shockingly, the last time that I lost somebody that was really super close to me like that, I kind of spazzed. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that was my way of coping. Even though, what I'm saying, I know everybody deals with losing somebody differently. But when I lost, what I'm saying, my friend back in the day, I started going out like crazy and drinking like crazy. I actually almost just by became an alcoholic. I ate it already. I ordered some pizza earlier and my mom brought me back some McDonald's. So that's my dinner. I'm done eating for the day. I'm probably gonna be on here on live for however long and then go in the house and relax and go to sleep. I'm kind of tired. I'm still tired from last night. I dang this slept all day. But it was fine. Thank you. Baby, I needed that Sprite. I don't know what it is about, what I'm saying, a night of drinking and drinking soda that helps you to feel better. I guess it's because it's I forgot what it's called. But I think it's like the bubbles in there kind of settle my stomach down. You're welcome. I understand. You said Gmail. You talk about my email? Yeah, my email is Gmail. Uh-uh. Thank you. I try to be. I try to be. But you know what I'm saying? I also try not to be fake because I can turn up. I can turn up at the drop of a hat. I try my best to be calm, cool, and collected though. But eh, that's one thing I was talking to my son about the other day. You know what I'm saying? Because most women is like that. Most women can possibly have attitudes, and you know what I'm saying, get catty, especially depending on what the man got going on and what he doing. So it ain't no situation where out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, somebody, like it don't matter, and it don't matter on race, you know what I'm saying, ethnicity, it don't matter about where she from or where she live, etc. If you know what I'm saying, if a man is deliberately going out of his way and trying to break her heart or hurting her feelings and etc., it can be a situation where she'll turn up on you. But for the most part, I try to be calm, cool, and collected. But I ain't gonna act like I could never possibly, because I will turn up, yo. I will. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. I don't even know what you're talking about, but I know that you know I can't even post that comment. What's my zodiac? I'm an Aries, the side of the firecrackers. OMG, these little itty bitty lizards are just absolutely adorable. They are so cute. Larry, you a cancer? Thank you. You say I'm laughing like Wiz Khalifa. Won't you hop your pretty in my car? In my car. Won't you hop your pretty in my car? In my car, girl. I'm doing all right. I'm chilling. I'm chilling, sipping on my little wine and relaxing. Choosing to have a slower night than I did last night, because last night I had fun. I had fun, but I'm still recovering. I can't say. I said Coco. When I'm gonna feed the greens. You mean when I'm gonna neutral? I added some nutrients the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I watered and then I added some nutrients. Thank you. Said hopefully I feel better. I'm hoping so too. I'm starting to though. I'm starting to. I started the day off by taking some. I like when I woke up, I can't sleep. My head felt really big. I forgot which movie it was in, but that was one of Adam Sandler lines in one of the movies. He had a wild night and he woke up saying his head felt really big and he needed it to be small. That's how I felt when I woke up. My head was banging. I said nope. I was feeling kind of dizzy. Took some medicine, went back to sleep. Man, keep Don Julio away from me. I shouldn't have had vodka last night. Thank you. I cannot have no bed. I cannot have white liquor, bro. I am not allowed. I am not permitted. Anytime I have white liquor, I don't get fun drunk. I get ready to fight drunk, and it's just not good. So no, no white liquor for me. Which is wild because I like white wine. I'm okay with white wine. White liquor, mm-mm. But I like beer. I like brown, any kind of brown liquor. You know I smoke. I come on here and smoke all the time. You don't drink, you just smoke. I feel you. Y'all say alcohol is bad. Yo, it be feeling like that sometimes. I guess when you like all that, it will kind of calm you all the way down. You ain't even gonna feel like fighting or arguing with nobody. You gonna be looking for something to eat and someone, some kind of chill, relax, watch a movie, kick back, listen to music or something like that. That alcohol have you wanted to turn up. That's why, for the most part, I sit back here and sip on wine because maybe that alcohol will have you want to turn it one way or another, regardless if it's a situation where it gets you to turn up wanting to party, turn up, or turn up wanting to fight. You know what I'm saying? One or the other. You like to sit back and watch movies, Netflix, and chill tight. I feel you. Hey, what's up, poetic? Sure did said the bed. What you like going to your bed? Baby, that's where I'm gonna be headed probably in about 30 minutes to an hour to my bed to watch South Park until I fall asleep. I missed my little favorite cartoon this morning, y'all. Larry, that is me. That is not nice. You said you an 80s baby, so that's your thing. I feel you. I'm a 90s baby. I was a 90s kid. I was right at the well, I don't want to say I'm the end. Am I at the end of millennials? I think the millennials end at 96. So I'm kind of like not at the end, but I'm not at the beginning either. I was 91. You 1989? I feel you. I'm a few years after you. Thank you. It was 1990. Yeah, I'm 91, 1991. So we basically the people that grew up in the 90s. We was kids in the 90s. He was born in 93. Well, what's up, y'all? Fellow, what the original? We got to see the original Toy Story come out in the movies, and what else? Rugrats and Wild Thornberries, fam. How y'all doing? Saturday morning cartoon kids. How y'all doing? You said we old. Man, grew up in a wild generation of, you know what I'm saying? We got to see encyclopedias and dictionary become extinct. Yeah, the time before the internet. You said Rocket Power Rugrats. You said Wild Thornberries, the bad juggle. Oh, this is a geek bar. It says sativa, indica, both. It depends. I'm smoking a cigarette right now, though. Doug, oh, that was my show. I used to love me some Doug. You say you like hybrids. I don't know. Hybrids, they can be confusing because you don't know, you know what I'm saying? I guess it depends on what's your purpose, like what is your intent, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, while I'm not technically I don't smoke that at this point anymore. You like Reese's? I don't smoke that at this point anymore. Simultaneously, when I did, it was for pain and you know what I'm saying, and such, you know what I'm saying? So I like to know what's going on. He said Doug do 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 do. He said sativa that BS. You outside enjoying before night falls. Yeah, thank you. Amen. Thank you. Hey, what's up, Simba? Yeah. And at this point, I'm not smoking it because I feel like I can't afford it. I can barely afford the cigarettes. So when it come down to it, I'm kind of like, you know what I'm saying? We chilling on it. I'm able to bear um whatever little pain that I got going on. I typically I talked about this before, but I'm literally just gonna have to deal with pain for the rest of my life because of the injuries that I got from a car accident years ago. Every time I walk, step, jump or whatever, I am experiencing some sort of pain. But at this point, I'm a tough cookie and I can just deal with it. Doug, and you like goosebumps? Yeah, I love me some Doug. Dang, I don't know why I feel like the smoke is going. I guess because of this fan, feel like the smoke going directly in my dang face. He said you watch Goosebumps. I haven't watched Goosebumps in a long time, yo. They used to be one of my, like, even though, I didn't like watching scary movies, I never voted for scary movies when I got together with my friends or my cousins, but simultaneously, I like scary movies at this point. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I did as a child too, because y'all remember the movie Coraline? I love me some Coraline. I used to watch Courage the Cowardly Dog every day, every time I could. I like to watch Goosebumps. I don't know why I like kind of spooky stuff as a child, but you know what I'm saying? I couldn't stand watching scary movies. I never voted for it but the reason I didn't like it is typically all everybody else would vote for the scariest movie possible, the brand new scary movie. Everybody wanted to watch it, everybody would be asleep. I would be left up by myself watching the scary movie until the TV started. Y'all know how the TVs used to do once the movie was over, it'll turn like I forgot how you like it start staticking and stuff. I would be up watching like just staring at the TV and I would be scared to go to sleep because of the movie. And everybody else would be knocked out snoring. Thank you. Oh, I feel you. Now I wasn't around for none of that because I wasn't born until 91. I was born until 91. So I didn't experience any of that. And for obvious reasons, even what was going on in the 90s and the early 2000s, I ain't have no experience of that either. You said, nah, it's not that. I feel you. Well, at this point, even though it's just about on the verge of being legalized, most states it's illegal for you to grow your own. So it's like you really have no other choice but to, you know what I'm saying, go and get whatever the dispensary got and just deal with it. You said I should have Bible sessions in the greenhouse like I did in the tent. I might. I've been thinking about it. The only reason that I haven't done that yet is because I'm not trying to disturb anybody, but I guess simultaneously me being on live out here might be, you know what I'm saying? But I try my best not to. But I might. I have been thinking about it. Yeah, that's live. You can't do that out here. It's a few states, but even with that, I don't know how that's going because I haven't like really looked into it like in a long time. But the only I only known of like maybe two states where you can legally carry on, and then on top of that, even the ones that I know of, it's not like you can have a whole field of it. You can only have a certain amount, and and it has to be like for personal use. I was so what country you live in? Jamaica? I know it's for sure legal out there. But if you stay in Jamaica, you could, say the cops will sit there and smoke one with you in Jamaica. Thank you. No, they acrylic nails. I used to record videos, record prophetic messages in my greenhouse when I was staying with my ex-husband in Third Ward, but I stopped. I didn't grow them like that. I just bought the, what is it called? The tips, the extra long square tips, and I put acrylic on top of them. You said you beating me halfway and you paying for everything real soon. Baby, Larry, I can tell you your side for real. Your side showing. Do I have the same nails on my feet? I suppose they my toes. On my toes, only my big toe have acrylic. On my toes, only my big toe have acrylic on it, and that's just because I always like the way my big toe look with acrylic. It just it adds that extra pop to it, and I went ahead and put some jewel. What do you call them? The little junk nail design on my big toe too. But the rest of my toes just have regular polish. I tried doing like what is it called? I forgot that other kind of polish. The gel polish on my toes, and I didn't like it because it's so hard to, get it off. So I just use regular polish on my toes because I'm not trying to mess my toes up. Thank you. Oh yeah, I like my feet. Thank you. I try. I appreciate it. And that's what's up. I might go ahead and start recording more videos in my greenhouse. I just don't do it that much. Sometimes I'll do like a voiceover or like a of I think I did that recently. I did a voiceover of a video that I just recorded of my garden the other day, and I did a few voiceovers to it. But I haven't recorded like an actual video out here in I haven't recorded an actual video outside or inside, like in my garden, in a long time. But I can't say when I first started prophesying, I used to record outside in my mom's garden in the front yard. And like I said, years ago, I used to record in my greenhouse that I had outside of my ex-husband's house. You said Netflix and chill. Baby, it's probably what we finna get into as soon as I get ready to go in the house to go to bed. Even though I'm not gonna be watching Netflix, I gotta pay my Netflix bill. My Netflix account, my Netflix bill is like, I think it's $20. It's like 20 something dollars. But it's because it's for me and my son. So my son can like watch Netflix even when he's at his dad's house, or he could be like, you know what I'm saying, with wherever he wants to, he can watch it. And it costs more to do that, but I gotta pay it. I guess I'm paying eventually. I just haven't been wanting to spend $20 on Netflix. I'd rather buy something to eat or something like that. When will I don't know when I'm gonna get married again. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Ain't no telling. I guess I'm just assuming whenever God is ready for me to get married again, that's I'm just gonna end up getting married. So I don't know who it's gonna be to or nothing like that. But it is what it is. We shall see. Hopefully, it'll be my last time getting married. Thank you. I know that. You said, "How do I think you are if I met you?" I'm not. I don't know exactly what you mean like that. Are you implying that I met you already, and you asking me if I remember meeting you, or are you asking me what do I think you gonna act like if I meet you? I'm confused about the question. I already was assuming at first. I can't stunt. When I first seen you on my live stream, I assumed you was somebody that I knew already. But you said you wasn't, and that you stay somewhere completely different. So I just gotta, you know what I'm saying, move past it. Oh, the little frog need. Let me help the little frog get out the greenhouse. Oh, hold on, y'all. Oops, I didn't drop my lighter. Here you go, baby. Oh, my bad. I don't want them to feel stuck. It ain't no prison. It's, it's not a situation where they ain't got no other choice but to be in the greenhouse. So I definitely want them to be able to get out if they try to. No, it's 8:30. You said cars should just read between the lines and stay safe. I try my best to, yo. I try my best to stay safe and just chill. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't been in so many. To be honest, I didn't been in so many dangerous situations, and you know what I'm saying. But been around, hung out with, befriended, still friends with so many dangerous people that at this point, I don't want to say that I'm none caring because I'm not, but you know what I'm saying. At the same time, I try my best to be as safe as possible, though. I try to chill and relax. You said I'm either marry you or Mike Jones. You crazy? It's Mike Jones, baby. Who Mike Jones? Who? No, you didn't. That's typically what happened. You know what I'm saying? I can't stunt with. I would say with my first marriage, it was a he knew me, but we just had a messed up situation going on, and in reality, he was like he couldn't come back with me. But with my second marriage, it was a situation where he knew me, but he didn't know me. Just like I knew him, but I didn't know him. And I feel like that kind of caused our marriage to fall apart. I gave him several opportunities to be honest with me, and instead of being honest with me, he kind of like played around. And then once I left, then you know what I'm saying, he started putting forth effort for me to come back, and I was kind of just tired of it. We tried a few times to patch it up and to put it back together, but it just didn't work, and it is what it is at this point. And you know, we already to talk. I don't even want to talk about the third time anymore. I'm sick of that. We're not going to talk about that anymore. But anywho, I like you know what I'm saying. When it comes down to it, it is what it is. Sometimes you just you know you win and you lose. It is what it is. The only thing that really like breaks my heart about any time that I have been in a relationship with somebody or married to somebody and it fell apart is not only do you end up losing that relationship, but you also end up losing that friend. And I don't like, I hate that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it be a situation where you really do become best friends with the person that you're with.
And losing that person, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like somebody passed away. Losing that relationship, not being able to just talk to them on a daily, not being able to hang out with them the way that y'all used to, etc. It is like, you know what I'm saying? It can be very emotional. It can be very heartbreaking. And you know what I'm saying? It's sad. I can't say. And that's one thing that I don't like about, marriage, because it's a gamble. Like, you know what I'm saying? You want to have somebody, you want to, you know what I'm saying, build a relationship with somebody, while simultaneously you don't want it to be a situation where you end up losing your friend. And you know what I'm saying, a lot of times you can't get it back. Thank you. I bless you too. But it's tough. That's what I really feel like. Sometimes it's kind of sad, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I say it sometimes, but typically a lot of times it's very sad when a relationship ends, because it's like, like I said, it's not just the end of that relationship. It's not just the end of you being able to claim that person, but it's also the end of your friendship. It's the end of something that could have possibly at one point in time was beautiful. So that it is it sucks. Okay, love hurts. Love can suck sometimes. You said a person energy can tell you every. That's real. That's real. That's real. That's real. That is so true. I feel like a lot of times, especially as far as when I have sat back and thought about my marriages and the relationships that I've been in, sometimes women and men kind of like, you know what I'm saying, the way that women think and women are, you know what I'm saying, expecting a relationship or a marriage to be, can conflict with the way a man sees marriage and a relationship. And because of that, it causes a lot of problems. And I don't know, at this point, I feel like it's just hard, because sometimes you want to just get to a place to where you find somebody that you genuinely care about, you genuinely love, and you vibe with, and you know what I'm saying, and just tough it out with them, because nobody is perfect, and when it come down to it, forever is a long time and everybody make mistakes. But simultaneously, is, you know what I'm saying, it's hard because you have to actually have a backbone. You have to have um standards, and you have to have, like, it's kind of like there has to be some kind of rules, there have to be some kind of structure, because you know what I'm saying, just like Winston from John Wick said, if we don't have any, without the rules, we might as well be outside with the animals, bro. And that's just what it is, kind of hard. Some men are kind of like stubborn, and as soon as you tell them what they can and cannot do, they are going to deliberately go out and do exactly what you said not to do, just to piss you off, or just to show you that, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to do what I want. And it's like, I get it. I can't control you. I can't make you do nothing. But simultaneously, you should care about me enough that you like, man, I know this is going to make her mad. This is going to break her heart. This is going to piss her off. So I'm not going to do that. That's what it really should be. And finding somebody that care about you to that extent is very difficult. It really is. I'll just be real. And then me personally, I'm big on loyalty. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, I'm an Aries, and we really big like on loyalty, on, you know what I'm saying, building bonds and relationships with people. So when it come down to it, it can't be no situation where you my husband, you my man, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be my ace boon, and you out here embarrassing me and making me look stupid. Like, that's not cool. You don't want me out embarrassing you or making you look stupid. So why would you do that to me? That's just real. while simultaneously having understanding that nobody is perfect. It's one thing to make, you know what I'm saying, to accident or oh is one thing. Deliberately going out of your way to hurt the person that you claim that you love over everybody else, that's just reckless. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I feel you. That's just what it is. Yep. That's what I got going on right now. You know what I'm saying? My main concern is my son and being here for him and trying to give him as much love as I possibly can. And hopefully and prayerfully, I'll eventually meet somebody or, you know what I'm saying, fall in love with somebody that's going to love me just as much as I love them. And try, you know what I'm saying? Now I can say from my perspective, I feel like my first two marriages, it was a situation where they did love me as much as I loved them. But you know what I'm saying? They're only human and you can't expect somebody to be perfect. You said you get in your feelings a bit. I feel you. I already know how cancers are, bro. I didn't have friends and family members that have the exact same sign, so I know, I knows it, I knows it, I knows it, and I knows some more, yo. Y'all can be some softies, but simultaneously, even though y'all can be softies, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Well, baby, the dangerous thing about y'all, your sign is not only is it a situation where y'all get y'all feelings hurt easily, when y'all feelings is hurt, y'all will literally tear somebody up. Be ready to fight, argue, and all kind, baby. You said Sailor Boy. What is it with you? Hey, hearing me, Sailor Boy? That is so funny. Uh, but yeah, y'all side, man, y'all is something else. Now I know my side is too, and we be ready to fight and etc. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like I just kind of accept it for what it is, you know, and access to, I guess, assess the situation or whatever. That's kind of what I be on. But at the same time, I can't stunt as an Aries. I feel like I am a true Aries, and I will turn up quickly, 0 to 100, real quick, and then we'll go off and be right back to being on. You know what I'm saying? Cloud nine, chill, cool, calm, and collected. But you know, that's one thing about my sign. Like typically, we could be, you know, we are very we can be sociable, we can be relaxed, we can be chill, but if we feel like somebody is disrespecting us or mistreating us, we gonna say how we feel about it. And you know what I'm saying? Typically it's a situation where we say how we feel and then we be like, okay, is we cool or is it a problem? Let me know. You know what I'm saying? And then we go right back to chilling. But you know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. That's just my side. But baby, I know, babe. I know quite a few, you know what I'm saying, people that side is cancer. They, you know what I'm saying? They're so loving and sweet and kind. They can be very comforting. They can be very supportive. But if they feel like you did something to hurt them, to break their heart, or to hurt their feelings, they can and very will cut you off. They will be ready to fight. They will be ready to go, like start a full blown WAR with you behind it. And that's just what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But simultaneously, once again, one of the kindest, sweetest, and most loving signs. Now, me personally, as far as I have learned, you know, Aries and Cancers, Aries, because we are so blunt and we can be kind of mean, you know what I'm saying? Typically, it's a situation where a Aries with a Cancer can see a Aries as very mean and like kind of hurting their feelings. And it be a situation where we just doing what we, you know what I'm saying, normally do. Because I can be, you know what I'm saying? I know I can be very blunt. I'm gonna go ahead and say whatever it is that I want to say or how I'm feeling, and think about how people are reacting to it after I didn't already said it. We say whatever's on our mind, and then we, you know what I'm saying, worry about the consequences afterwards. You say actions speak louder than words. That's the way you like to move. I feel you. I feel that. Me too. It's one thing, you know what I'm saying, when somebody is talking about what they gonna do. I mean, that's like literally the reason that, you know what I'm saying, me and the last person I was with fell all the way out because he was telling me that it was one thing and that he had one thing going on, but his actions was something completely different. And I can't stunt. What you talking about may sound sweet, it may sound good, but if it's a situation, it can't be a situation where you telling me that I'm the one that you're in love with and you want to be with, but simultaneously you stand with somebody else and talk about getting married and all this kind of, that's crazy, yo. It can't be both. You said with the Aries, you gotta stay on your P's and Q's, okay? Because if not, we for sure go say somebody. You said don't count. I feel you right now. I understand what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I just like I try my best though to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't talk about that. I've been talking about it for years online. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been working on my anger management for a very long time and also trying to control my mouth because like I literally will just say whatever it is that I feel and that'll be that about it and then just carry on as if nothing happened. And even though from me, I understand other people that may be my sign, sometimes other fire signs, depending on, you know what I'm saying, that person, they may understand where I'm coming from and how I feel. But to some people, they be like, what is really going on? But that's just how I am. I can't, I just, I refuse to be fake. It's hard for me to be fake. It's hard for me to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the type of person where I'm just gonna sit and smile in somebody's face. Meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? I don't like something that they doing or I don't like them or something like that. It can't be a situation. I'm not the type of person where I'm finna just sit around while people is talking cash money, sugar honey, iced tea about me and not say nothing. Like I just can't. I don't know. It's just something about me. I'm gonna like, you know what I'm saying? But simultaneously, it's hard because I get that, you know what I'm saying? Typically, a lot of people don't like that and they get irritated. But, you know what I'm saying? Once again, simultaneously, while people may not like me calling them out or me going off or me, like, you know, being so honest and blunt, simultaneously, if you treat me like you don't like me, you didn't like me, regardless. It don't matter if I say something or not. You know what I'm saying? It's either going to be a situation where you're going to look at me like I'm weak or you gonna look at me and be like, well, dang, you gonna call me mean, one or the other. And it is what it is. What can we do? Said if somebody don't have self-control, they have nothing to wild. You said it's what you mean, mixed emotions and feelings. I don't know about that. I feel like it can be a situation where you like, you know what I'm saying, you cool with somebody or you like someone in general, while simultaneously you don't like certain things they do, or you don't like them certain things that they say or their behavior. And if you actually do care about somebody, you like somebody, or you friends with somebody, and you don't want to cut the whole relationship off, it makes logical sense to let them know that you don't like something that they doing so that they won't do that no more. And you know what I'm saying? That's just real. Otherwise, they gonna carry on doing it and you gonna eventually be like, man, F them. You know what I'm saying? All together. So it's like you gotta pick your poison. Either it's gonna be a situation where you gonna let them know how you feel and that they need to chill on it, or it's gonna be a situation where y'all gonna fall out all together. But you know what I'm saying? That's just real. People like to see how far they can go. I feel you. Baby, typically would be it ain't that far. And you know what I'm saying? If you making me feel, you know what I'm saying, sad or emotional or something like that. I don't like that. I don't like feeling that way. And it's not that I'm trying to be bougie, arrogant, or cocky or anything in such a way. I don't go around bragging about who I am or whatever it is that I may have accomplished. But simultaneously, it ain't gonna be a situation where you finna just treat me as if I'm nothing or nobody. I don't like that. That ain't what's up. And you know what I'm saying? Nobody likes. I feel like nobody would like that. There's no person walking this earth that is just okay with people outright being nasty, mean, trying to bully them or belittle them. And that's just real. Nobody is gonna just deal with that and it's okay. And we just gonna sweep that under the rug. Man, nah, bro. Either it's gonna be a situation where you and whoever is gonna fall out altogether, or you gonna let them know you don't like what they did and etc. And y'all gonna figure out a way to, you know what I'm saying, move past it. If you're mature, you'll be able to. If you're not mature, then it's a situation where, you know what I'm saying, then I understand, sometimes this is like, that's why I said you have to really look into the situation because sometimes it's a vibe where you might as well just let it go and, you know what I'm saying, then never talk to them again. And that's just what it is. But if it's a situation where you actually want to be cool with somebody or be friends with somebody, you're going to go ahead and let them know how you feel. And they will do the same thing. You said Cape Coral or Atlanta. I've been to Cape Coral before. Baby, they wild out there. Wild at Cape Coral. When I was out there, I was I think I was at a restaurant and we met some people out there that assumed that just because we was at a restaurant on vacation in Cape Coral that we was cops. It was the most interesting interaction that I have ever had. Okay, and I've had some interesting interactions. Have I ever met somebody that just for me and only me? Mm, no, and it's not a situation where I never met anybody that will literally go, you know what I'm saying? Literally snatch somebody smooth the F up behind me. But I'm gonna say that it would like I'm not the only one that they would snatch somebody up behind. You know what I'm saying? They have other people that they care about and that they love that they not gonna just allow any and everything to happen to them. So it's not to say that I'm the only one that they gonna snatch somebody up behind, but simultaneously, you know what I'm saying, I have had some people that would, you know what I'm saying, including but not limited to my first two husbands, okay. Hey, what's up? You said you in Miami. Hey, Miami's live. I haven't been to Miami in years, but I had fun while I was there. I can't stay. Sometimes I want to do a redo on Miami, yo. I feel like I wasn't really dressing the way I wanted to when I went out because I wasn't prepared for it to get cool at night. I thought it was gonna be hot at night as it was during the day. But that's one thing that kind of shocked me about Miami. It was hot during the day, but at nighttime it was freezing cold. But I was cute, like you know what I'm saying. I got to go shopping out there. I forgot the name of that strip that I was on. I have a picture of me back then too, when I went shopping. I have took pictures like at the hotels, on the boats, everywhere. I had a good time. But I do wanna nightlife Miami pictures. I wanna go back and visit just to take pictures out at y'all clubs and on y'all little club strip where all the lights is at. That was so pretty. Oh, now that's a tough question. I can't I can't even answer that because I feel like it's a no. And I don't want to say it like that because I like, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I feel like most men cheat in some shape, form, or fashion, even if it's just emotionally. Because I remember when I was in high school, I dated this one guy. Even though he may not have physically cheated on me, emotionally, he was always like conversating with other girls on the phone late at night and all kind of stuff like that. So it was a situation where even though he didn't physically cheat, technically, but emotionally, he was always cheating on me with somebody else and he was always putting other people over me and I hated it. And that's why we broke up. That's like really that's the start of our breakup and the demise of our relationship because I didn't like that. And that's just what it is. I don't like that. I halfway prefer for somebody to cheat physically than for somebody to cheat emotionally because that's where all the trouble begins. You said you'll be back in 7 minutes. All right, then. And I get that it's nothing wrong with having friends, but when you know what I'm saying, telling your girl that you gonna have to call her back in a little bit because your friend, your sister, whoever needs to talk to you, and you been like, you know what I'm saying, y'all finish that call and you never call back, or you don't call back for hours later, bro. And it's a natural occurrence like every day. I feel you. Yeah, I have tattoos. I think I forgot how many I have. I have like about 10, 11 tattoos, maybe more than that. Because on my hands alone, I got one, two, three, four, five, six. I got six tattoos on my hands alone. So I do have a lot of tattoos. I have quite a few. It sure is because that's the start of that person, you know what I'm saying? Basically being more invested with somebody else. And I've seen, you know what I'm saying? I know that's a tactic that some women use to steal your man, you know what I'm saying? By saying that they just friends and she always got something going on and she always calling him, always wanting to pull up at his house, hanging out with him when you not there and etc. And making, you know what I'm saying, from the outside looking in, it's like, you know, it looked like ain't nothing going on, ain't nothing happening, but in reality, she like him. You know what I'm saying? That's just real. Obviously, why else is she hanging around him like that? Why else is she talking on the phone with him like that? Why is he the one that she's calling? You know what I'm saying? She ain't got nobody else to talk to. She don't have, you know what I'm saying? She can't call mama, her sister, female friends, bro. It don't make sense. I'm just being real. Yep, it is what it is, though. I feel like sometimes people end up getting hurt so badly. And then instead of trying to take out the time to heal from whatever pain or heartache that they are enduring and going through, they decide to go and cause hurt and pain to somebody. That's what the, you know what I'm saying? The woman that took my last man did. She went through whatever she went through with the man she was married to, got divorced from him, and then ruined my, you know what I'm saying? My relationship, my little marriage. And you know what I'm saying? That made her feel good about herself. And you know what I'm saying? I guess that's how she sees herself healing or overcoming what she went through. But simultaneously, it shouldn't be a situation in order for you to overcome what you went through. You got to step on my toes first. That's messed up. You said that was the definition of a Jezebel. Yep. That's exactly like, you know what I'm saying? And I called it, but it is what it is. I guess because of her job, her position, and you know what I'm saying, whatever qualifications she got going on, it makes it seem as if she did nothing wrong and she was in the right. And it is what it is. I feel like that's what caused me to have such a hard time getting over it because it's like, dang, I can't even believe that, you know what I'm saying? Somebody that, literally works as someone that helps other people that are going through breakups and divorce would deliberately go out of their way to destroy somebody's marriage and somebody's relationship and then turn around and act like they did nothing wrong is absolutely mind blowing to me. But that's what happened. The same women that she helped at work are the same women that come on my channel for, you know what I'm saying, love. And they come on my channel to get a word from God. They come on my channel for advice. And this is like somebody that deliberately went out of her way to cause problems in my marriage, in my relationship, and acted as if it was nothing and she did nothing wrong. But that's life. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my mic. It sounds like they about to play some loud music. You said she couldn't steal my spiritual glow. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? I can't study. It was hard for me to get over it. It was like it put me in shock for a while. And then the fact that, you know what I'm saying, she was somebody that was watching my channel and possibly still do watch my channel. And you know what I'm saying? It was like, why in the world would you go from coming to my channel to receive messages from God, trying to receive peace, trying to receive comfort, and then turn around and steal my bed? Like, what is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he did to hurt her. I don't know what he did to cause her all that pain. But the fact that she went out of her way to try to cause me pain and she went out of her way to try to cause that kind of destruction in my relationship, it's just like utter nonsense, bro. It is. It just like I could not find any kind of logic or understanding as to why she did what she did, but she did. Mm. But some people, you know what I'm saying, they just evil. Just like you said, you know what I'm saying, Jezebel's spirit. Some people just evil, and that's, you know what I'm saying, what gets her off. Even when it comes down to when I moved out to San Antonio, he ain't have to call me out there. I don't even see why he did. It made no logical sense as to why he would call me out there except to deliberately be like, you see, I found somebody else, and you see, she moved me in, and you see, she taking care of me, and you see, I got this, that, and the third, like to like just to throw it all in my face. And I ain't even understand that. What kind of hurt and pain he has experienced in his past that will make him, I'm somebody that really did care about him and love him. And he deliberately left me at random. I understand. I'm not gonna say that I'm perfect, but he left me at random. And then, you know what I'm saying? Even throughout our relationship, he did not treat me well at all. And he literally just gave somebody else everything that I asked him for with a smile on his face, and then tried to lead me to believe that that's how it should be. You see, she's better than you. She deserves to have my child. She's better than you. She deserves to she deserves to be my wife, not you. And she deserves to be the one I get a house with, not you. And she's the one, she deserves for me to be an excellent stepfather, not you. She deserves for me not to cheat, not you. She deserves to know you know what I'm saying? It's almost like he just literally like swallowed everything that he had coughed up inside of his throat and spit in my face. That's like literally what it feel like. That's what it felt like. So it was hard for me to get over that. It was tough, but it is what it is. I didn't got over it, move forward from it, and going on about my business, bro. What else can you do? I hope so. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? I hope so. I hope it's a situation where I end up finding me somebody else that, you know what I'm saying, is going to truly love me for me. And I'll be able to get to know them and, you know what I'm saying, become best friends with them. And we'll be able to ride off into the sunset with each other. But at the moment, I'm trying my best not to focus on that and just allow love to come and happen when it's time instead of, you know what I'm saying, trying to rush it. I feel like that's where I mess up at, trying to rush because I don't want to be alone and I don't want to be single, but simultaneously, you cannot rush love. You can't force love, and it has to happen when it's intended to. And you know what I'm saying? I definitely don't want to turn into her and put myself in a position where I end up stealing somebody else, man. So once again, it's I'm just gonna take my time, and when I finally meet somebody and we fall, you know, however long it takes for us to get to know each other, genuinely fall in love with each other and build a relationship, then that's just what it's gonna be. But I'm not trying to rush into nothing. And that's just what it is. Baby, somebody outside blasting some music in the backyard now. I can't believe they started this at 9 p.m., bro, with most people about to go to bed. But I guess it is what it is. I ain't finna try. I ain't trying to knock nobody else shine, bro. When it come down to it, especially knowing how I am. Because I know when I used to have my car, I would sit in the front yard and blast my music and not care. Yeah, it does take patience and consistency. Another thing about bell cancer is go for it. I might already know it, but go for it. You said that's where they start. I feel you. It is kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It's really around the party time, I guess, 9 p.m. And I'm sitting up here rubbing my eyes. As soon as I finish my cup, I'm going back to sleep. Yep, back to sleep. I'm going to sleep. Gonna go watch me some South Park or whatever little cartoon, either South Park, Rick and Morty, or something. And go fall asleep. But I do know that some people be having parties at their houses over here. I hope my mic not too loud for y'all. I know sometimes when I put the mic on, it be like, you know what I'm saying? It like amplifies my voice. Said I need to get my beauty rest. I feel you. I sure do. I'm in sleep all day though, but I am still tired. Like, I don't know. I guess I just turned up so much last night that it's just been a slow day, slow boogie for me today. It's been slow boogie all day. I just been sitting around trying to relax and mind my little business, yo. Trying to stay out the way. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I had fun last night though. I wasn't expecting to have as much fun as I did, and I for sure wasn't expecting to, what I'm saying, go out and be like out as like, what I'm saying, as much as I was. But baby, I had me a good little time last night. Yeah, I am at home relaxing, just what I'm saying, chilling and doing my, what I'm saying, hanging out with y'all, hanging out with my plants until I get ready to take my behind in the house and lay on down. Cause I'm sorry, I am. Whew, I feel like this strap on my shirt is showing my exactly how I like. I'm just tired, and I'm trying to stay, and you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to stay in a mood. I'm trying to find my energy, but in reality, I'm tired. I can't even post that comment, Larry. But I feel you. I can see that. I can see that being a thing. You said I deserve it. What, my rest or my rest and relaxation? That's what we try to have going on. So rest and relaxation. I do like the fact that what I'm saying. My garden, I feel like it has helped me to heal a tad bit, probably a lot from the relationship, the nightmare of a relationship I just came out of. Because what I'm saying, it just I feel like it drained so much energy and out of me, and being able to pour my energy and my love not only into myself, my son, but what I'm saying, my mom when I can, but to be able to come out here and pour some love and some energy into my plants. And what I'm saying, it has been very like I don't know how to explain it, but it has been a wonderful experience because I just been tired. And what I'm saying, I can't stand he kind of made me feel like really sad. He kind of put me into a depressed state, and it is nice to be able to not only come out here and accomplish growing so many plants. They're thriving, and to be able to come out here even if it's just to get a pepper or some beans or whatever it is, and what I'm saying, it's a wonderful feeling. And I feel like it has helped me a lot with getting over him and what he did, cause I can't say like, the way that he did me, it made me feel as if I was just kind of like not worthy of being a wife or not worthy of having a genuine relationship, of having real love. And I just feel like that's just something that comes out of being with somebody, being like, married to someone and they treat you awful, and then they get with somebody else and they're treating that person as if there is no wrong that they can do. It really like took a lot out of me. I can't say, it was very draining. And I feel like that's why I was just so drained when I got to Austin. I couldn't even think straight. You know what I'm saying? In reality, I probably should have been called my mom and asked her to come and get me or to help me get back. But I just couldn't think straight. I couldn't believe, I was in shock. I couldn't believe he did me like that. I really couldn't. I couldn't. And you know what I'm saying? It really felt like he did what was right. And I feel like he was using the predicament that I found him in. You know what I'm saying? And the fact he was treating me wrong. Throughout our relationship, he was abusing me, cheating on me, using me. And I got tired of it. So yes, it was a situation where when I first got the trailer, I was like, nah, bruh, you need to apologize to me. And I need to see that you really are sorry for how you treated me. And instead of him apologizing to me and showing me that he was sorry, he decided to, nah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna find somebody else, anybody, and I'm gonna treat them the way that she wanted me to treat her just to spite her. That's what he did. And it was just like, really? Like I could not get over that. As good as I was to him, as kind as I was, as much as I put forth so much effort and love into him and into our relationship, into our marriage, into our connection, and he just kind of threw it away just to prove a point. And at this point, regardless if he happy or not, I don't know, and I truly don't care. But I know it's a situation where he was wrong for how he did me, and you know what I'm saying. It was hard for me to get over it, and it's very difficult to be in a position to where somebody did you so wrong, and you are kind of having to watch somebody that did you wrong, that treated you like so poorly, flaw right off into the sunset. And from your perspective, it seems like everything is going right for that person while everything is falling apart for you. It is very hard to see that. And it can cause you to be like questioning if God is real. Does God really see what's going on? Do God really care? Do God really love you? Why is this person flourishing? Meanwhile, you are going through hell. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of hard, yo. I can't stunt. It is. But when it come down to it, I know, you know what I'm saying, the God that I serve, he loves me. I know he exists because I have literally heard his voice. You know what I'm saying? If I couldn't hear his voice, I wouldn't have survived the car accident that me and my son was in. So I know that God is real. I know that God exists. I know that God loves us. But simultaneously, I guess I just don't know what kind of angle God got going on. But whatever it is, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna mind my business. And however it is that he chooses to judge him and her for what they did, I can't I'm gonna stay out of it and mind my own business. And you know what I'm saying? Focus on healing myself, loving on my son and the people that have shown me that they love me, like, my mom, and trying to, take care of my plants, trying to work, trying to focus on building my life back together, getting another car, getting another house, fixing my bike. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Maintaining the friendships and relationships that I have, and you know what I'm saying, creating new ones. And that's just, what else can I do? And mind my own business, bro. Because I know that God can judge people in ways that we can't. God can cause things to happen for people that we can't. You know what I'm saying? So, and I can't say, knowing that, it has calmed me down a little bit, and it has caused me to not be the type of person where I am constantly, trying to get revenge for things that people have done, because that's hard. Because you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I literally, in my 20s, I lived for the thrill. I love the thrill. I did. Like, you know what I'm saying? I admitted several times I was a getaway driver. I love the thrill. I do. But when it come down to it, there are certain situations where God getting at somebody is gonna get them in ways that you could never. When God get ready to judge somebody, he will smite them in ways that you could never. When God get ready to get to some baby, and that's just real. So when it come down to it, I try to mind my own business and stay out of it. I feel you. And that's one thing that I'm starting to realize now. Even though it was very hurtful how the relationship ended, maybe it's a situation where God wanted me to be away from him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a situation where God didn't want me to have to deal with him no more. And I just failed at realizing that that was God's way of getting him all the way away from me. Because, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But simultaneously, these are things that, once again, there's sometimes things that even me, as somebody with all the dreams, visions, and prophetic words that I have received from God himself, is a situation where I don't know everything and I can't see everything. The only person that know everything and see everything is God himself. And it is what it is. But I do feel like, you know what I'm saying, my life is getting better without him. For one thing, I ain't gotta sleep in no raggedy hotel, bro. Because you know what I'm saying, I can't say if he was to decide, or if he would have decided to move back to Houston, I wouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, as comfortable as I am. I will be staying in, and then the hotel that he insisted on staying at is just so, like, I just, and I get it. It can be comfortable, it can be a situation where you can be content, but when it come down to it, the way that we sometimes had money for the room, sometimes we didn't. We weren't able to just, you know what I'm saying, really like make it our own. We weren't able to really like, you know what I'm saying. It would have been nice if I would have been able to have my own sheets, my own blankets, possibly, have all my clothes in the drawers and have my little cooking things and etc. It might have been a tad bit different, but due to the fact that he didn't have the weekly rent. He would our monthly rent. It would just be like maybe we'll have a room and maybe we won't. Maybe we this, maybe sometimes by the time we gathered all the money that we need to get the room, they sold out. So it was just a lot. It was stressful. It's been times where me and him had to sleep in the car. It's been times where, you know what I'm saying? Like it was tough. Sometimes it really was tough. And having to deal with him being as lustful as he was, insisting on cheating on me with he would cheat on me with the woman that owned the hotel. And I really feel like that's the reason he kept insisting on staying there because he wanted to sleep with her. I remember the last time I stayed with him at that dang hotel, I had just got the room. We just got the room. We supposed to be putting our stuff in the room. He raced up the stairs to go sleep with the woman that owned the hotel. And I was like in shock and apartment. Not only did he race up there to sleep with her, but he slept with her in the room right above the room that we were moving in. And instead of moving my stuff in, I packed all my stuff up and left because I was like, man, nah, bro, this is the exact reason that I didn't want to stay here. And instead of you respecting my wishes and how I felt, you insist on disrespecting me, hurting my feelings, and doing me wrong. And then it wasn't a situation where every now and again she slept. She wanted to sleep with my husband every single night and was married and insisted on sleeping with my husband every night, constantly calling our room phone so he could come and see about her every single night, and then wondered why I didn't like her. Yeah, baby. Baby, that make it worse because you know what I'm saying? When it's a situation where, like, you know what I'm saying, thinking legally, okay, if me and her get into it, they own that hotel. They can literally have me removed. And I just feel like he was deliberately putting me in a messed up situation. I couldn't understand, especially since the fact that she enjoys sleeping with him so much. Why is it a situation where we never have a room? Why is it a situation where we can't afford the rent and we just, oh well, too bad? I couldn't even like get that. You know what I'm saying? You enjoy sleeping with him every night, but you can't go ahead and just give him. He should have had a permanent room then. It will make more like, you know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where she just gotta have him every single, I don't understand why she act like she couldn't. You know what I'm saying? You own the hotel. Whew. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? I also didn't understand why he would want me there. You know what I'm saying? If you got whatever you got going on with her and you like her so much more than me, why do you even want me here? It's almost like sometimes I felt like he was a purity demon and he just wanted to torture me. Sometimes it felt like he just wanted, like he felt like I deserved to be punished for whatever reason. Like he was just so mean and so nasty sometimes. And you know what I'm saying? Sorry for sitting up here ranting about it. I'm really tired of talking about him. But you know what I'm saying? He really did do a full blown, you know what I'm saying? Cause all kind of hell, havoc, and mayhem up on my heart. Baby. What I couldn't understand why her husband was okay. And I understand that some people, when they're married, they're swingers and they're okay with their person sleeping with other people. But I could not imagine. I know if it bothered me to hear him literally knocking the bed against the wall, getting at her, I could not understand how her husband was okay standing there and hearing that in his hotel. I was like, in shock and appallment. But like I said, I get it. Some people are swingers and they okay with their person sleeping with other people and they don't care and etc. But I feel like that is just wild. That was just absolutely wild to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel so disrespectful. Like that is a literal slap in the face to her husband. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt it was a slap in the face to me. Like she is so disinterested in sleeping with her husband that she would rather sleep with somebody else's husband every night. That's crazy. And I don't know if he was sleeping with some of the women that would stay up there or what, bro. But to just be okay, cool, calm, and collected about your person sleeping with somebody knocking the brakes off your person every night, that's crazy. Baby, it is what it is. I think that's what makes me so mad because I ain't never did nothing like that. It ain't never been a situation where I was married. Not one time that I was married was I cheating, not only cheating, nor I never cheated. First of all, I for sure never cheated and did it in such a way that my husband was forced to hear me cheating on him. It was never a situation where my husband would have like never, bruh. I was in shock and appallment. Not only did he cheat, but he also cheated and wanted to throw it in my face. Never have I ever done. I don't know why in the world I had to go through that. And I don't know if it's just that God wanted me to have the testimony. I don't know if it's just a situation where I ended up with the wrong person and I was tripping. I don't know what it is, yo. But baby, a full blown nightmare of a relationship. It was a full blown nightmare, man. He treated me so dang bad. He had me questioning if God was real, if God was paying attention. At all time, I was confused. I could not understand why God allowed him to do what he did and carry on the way that he did. But I guess at the same time, you never know. I don't know what it is that God got going. I don't know what God's plans are. It could be a situation where, even though from my perspective, He is in bliss, happiness, and all that, it's not really what I think it is. And it could be a situation where, you know what I'm saying, God got some kind of plan going on and He working on something that I just simply don't know about. But I know when it comes down to it, me focusing on that is causing more he sound yeah, he was me focusing on that is just like that is what caused me to be in the midst of heartbreak, sadness, and depression for entirely longer than I should have. You know what I'm saying? So I try my best not to focus on it no more. I try my best not to worry about it no more. He may like, you know what I'm saying? I even came up with the idea that it may be a situation. Maybe he been watching my channel and he don't like me. You know what I'm saying? And deliberately came out here to do me the way that he did. I don't know, ain't no telling. You know what I'm saying? At times thought maybe somebody hired him to break my heart. Maybe somebody hired him to take me up out of here. Maybe somebody hired him to cause drama for me or something. Ain't no telling. I don't know what it is, but when it come down to it, the way that he did me was utterly, it was shocking. It was appalling. I can't believe that he went out of his way to hurt me the way that he did and just carried on as if nothing happened, yo. I couldn't believe it. But it is what it is. You said whatever brings you healing, love. I'm praying for you to keep your head up. I am too. I'm trying to heal. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to you know what I'm saying, gracefully heal. Because I know that some people, if they would have went through what I went through, they would have been in turned up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like him included. You know what I'm saying? He destroyed both of my cars. You know, the first car that I had when I had with him, he put it on all flats. The second one, he came over here one time when I wasn't here. I was with my mom riding in her car because what logic does it make for us to drive her car and wrote F you, I'm out in red paint on my white charger. And I was so mad. I didn't even know what to do with myself. And the fact that he really, like, he called me saying he was outside and I said I'm not there. And he refused to believe me and destroyed my car. I was so mad. And you know what I'm saying? And when it come down to it, some people can, you know what I'm saying, absolutely unwarranted. You know what I'm saying? Neither situation was a situation where I deserved what he did. You know what I'm saying? With the first car, he was mad because I didn't want to drive him all the way to his job. But I told him I'll get you an Uber there. But I see no logic and no reason for me and my son to have to leave and then come back. And you know what I'm saying? When it come down to it, it's like he was always determined for me to sit up with him at that club all day long. And I was tired of that. We finally had us a little house. We had a place to stay. And I felt like it was no reason for me and my son. First of all, I don't see a reason for my son to be at a club, period. Second of all, I see no reason for us to drive all the way to the other side of town. Like, for what? It's stupid. Mm-hmm. But he for sure was a whole headache, bro. Caused a lot of heartache and pain. And the healing from that is like literally taking years, bro. And it's like every time I would start healing, we would break up and I start healing from what he did, he come back out of nowhere. And you know what I'm saying, making wanting to make up. And then you know what I'm saying, I put forth effort to get the relationship going. And you know what I'm saying, then he start acting a complete ASS all over again. And you know what I'm saying, then I'll be like, dang, bro. And you know, trying to carry on with it, hold on as much as I could. When I couldn't hold on no more, let go of the relationship. And you know what I'm saying, start trying to heal, start trying to get over it, and then bam, now he's back again. And there have been times where I was trying to get over him and move forward. He sent his friends after me, put hits out on me, just absolute the craziest relationship that I have ever dealt with in my entire life. And you know what I'm saying, I didn't been through it. I have. I didn't been through some tough relationships. I have been, you know what I'm saying, I have dated and married some people that, you know what I'm saying, are notorious. But when it come down to it, this man right here took me through the ringer, bro. I like this is just ridiculous. I can't stunt. Mm-mm. I can't stunt. It was just a tad bit too much for me. I'm trying. I think that may be part of the reason why it's hard for me to get over it because I haven't forgave him. And I feel like what he did was literally unforgivable. No, he was a Sag. Well, he is a Sag. He a Sagittarius. One of the most difficult signs to date sometimes because Sagittarius can get bored easily. And he showed it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, it's a shock and appallment that we were in a relationship as long as we was. But you know what I'm saying? They also say Sag and Aries is like a match. So I don't know what it is, yo. You know what I'm saying? But I can't stunt. I've been married to Sag. You know what I'm saying? My son father is a Sag. My first husband was a Sag. But this one right here, this past one was a full blown headache, bro. A full blown headache. You said they don't give a okay, they just be doing whatever they feel like doing, and how you feel about it, it don't even matter, bruh. Absolutely took me through the ringer. It was too much, yo. It was too much. And you know what I'm saying? I try my best to be as peaceful, loving, kind, and quiet as possible. I don't want to say quiet, but I try my best to, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand that nobody is perfect. But like I said, I feel like he would deliberately do things that he knew was going to piss me off and hurt my feelings. And it's one thing to make a oh. It's a whole nother thing when you deliberately trying to piss your wife off, when you deliberately trying to piss your husband. That's crazy, bro. And I know it's possible to actually manage and be in a relationship for years and actually maintain the love. So it's crazy. It's nonsense. I'm an Aries. You said I gotta fight him and let it go. We done had too many fights already. I'm tired of fighting him. I'm tired of fighting him. You said that's how I'm gonna get over it, baby. I'm tired. I done fought him so many times. I'm tired of fighting him. I'm sick and tired, baby. We done got in so many arguments, fights, physical fights, arguments, and we done got his baby. We done had it out a few times. We done had it out a few times, yo. We really did. You know what I'm saying? And like while I was saying in San Antonio, the chick that he with, as much as she did to piss me off and make me want to fight her, she's scared. She terrified of me. She wholeheartedly, absolutely terrified, which is wild. You know what I'm saying? Because she deliberately came and got a hotel room at the hotel that we were staying at, but simultaneously was scared of me knowing who she is. For the longest time, he kept on trying to tell me that she was somebody else. But you know what I'm saying? And like they two completely different people. One of them is yellow and the other is chocolate. And he still, nah, this is her. This is her. Like, stop lying and stop playing with me, bruh. It's not no situation. You showing me a picture of this beautiful yellow bone woman that is like, you know what I'm saying, thick. And meanwhile, the woman that you actually with is chocolate, ugly, with little, you know what I'm saying, little baby likes in her. Stop playing with me, bruh. You think I'm stupid? Is that what you thought? Like I'm an idiot and I'm not gonna be able to tell them apart, bruh. Like, come on, bruh. A child could tell the difference between these two different, completely different women, bruh. You say how it's my lovely night. My night is cool. I'm chilling, yo. Chilling. Probably about to get ready to turn it in a few minutes. Because I'm tired and my cup is starting to get a little empty. It's getting a little low. So I'm probably gonna go in the house in a few minutes. Baby, that Aries don't play is probably why we got into so many arguments because I checked him about everything that he did and he ain't like it. He wanted me to sit around and pretend like nothing was going on. And I will, baby, call everything out. I'm going off on you. I'm going off on everybody. I didn't dang near got in a fight with a few women at the club that we used to hang out at behind him. Thank you. But it's probably, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing in disguise. Even though it hurt for the relationship to end, it's a blessing in disguise that it did because he ain't do like, even on our best day, he was still going out of his way to try to hurt my feelings. So it's for the best. It is. It really is. It really is for the best. I'm gonna have to go ahead and move on by my business and go and move on from him. You say he tried to throw me off. I feel like that's what was going on. It was, you know what I'm saying? I feel life in general is a learning experience, but I really wish I could have skipped that. I can't say. I wish I could have made a detour. I feel you, man. That's like I feel like that's one of the things that really bothered me. Not only was he playing, not only was he BSing around, not only was he being evil, but he wanted to put it in my face. And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's stupid. If you want to be single and you want to sleep around, bruh, be single, bruh. What is the point of getting in a relationship, of marrying somebody, and you know what I'm saying, claiming somebody and like the things that he did, like going out of his way, sending his friends after me because I ain't want to be with him no more. All other kind of like, I did not understand the logic because it seemed like what he really want to be single and he want to swing. He want to, you know what I'm saying? He want to go and have vanilla, chocolate. Sometimes he wants sprinkles. Sometimes he want Reese's, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But why are you dragging somebody else through that? Then to top it off, somebody that don't like, you know what I'm saying? If he want to swing, he needs to marry another swinger. Why in the world? I don't even understand why he wanted to be in a relationship with me in the first place. Yep. And baby, the only way I could think of, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why, it happened the way it did and it ended the way it did. That was God's way of shutting the cycle down in such a way that it's over. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no coming back from that. Like what he did, I just feel like it was so bad. And you know what I'm saying? This woman is so jealous of me that even at the point that she felt like she didn't want to be with him no more, he reached out to me and wanted to get back with me. It's always a situation where she trying to get him back and she want to be with him again. And it's just like, I don't have time for that. I don't. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm honestly in shock and appallment that, you know what I'm saying, somebody of her caliber that got what she got going on wants to be with him anyways. But I feel like it shows how desperate she truly is. Because, it's one thing for me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me and him are kind of like, I don't want to say on the same level, but in reality, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have going on what she have going on. And that's just me being honest with myself. But simultaneously, I just feel like she could literally, like, you know what I'm saying? I guess if she was really fine like that, she could find somebody way better than him. And she literally chooses to be with somebody that is beneath her. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Like she's in a position to where she is basically the man in their relationship. And like I'm shocked. I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Most women want to be in their soft girl era. Most women that want to be married, they want their man to be a man. They want to feel like their man is taking care of things. And you know what I'm saying? That's just real. So the fact that she was okay with being with a man that just like, you know what I'm saying, basically took her through hell, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just literally was a nightmare to me. And I'm pretty sure even if he is like putting on a show trying to make me feel some kind of way, eventually he gonna turn into that same nightmare for her. Because you know what I'm saying? Why would he change? Why would he turn into somebody else? Typically people are, you know what I'm saying, even though people grow, and people, you know what I'm saying? Just the fact that he was being so petty as to go out of his way to bring me out there just so I could see what they had going on. It shows me that it's a situation 9 out of 10. If it's not today, it may not be tomorrow. It may not be this week or next week. But eventually, like, yes, exactly, the mask is going to fall off, yo. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like from my perspective, looking at her, she tripping. I don't care how ugly she is, bruh. All she needs to do is go and get a few facials and get her body together. She could probably find her a man that's on her same level. I don't understand why she would even bring herself to the level of being with him. To be honest, and now you know what I'm saying. I'm just being real. I'm shocked. I can't believe it. But I guess it is what it is. You know, what can you do? He said, "Bye, my own business, bro, and stop worrying about it." Thank you. Hey, what's up, Q? I'm trying. I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just chill. And I just like, and by my business, I feel like that relationship put me in shock and confused me to such an extent that I just like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that I decided to put all of that animosity, that energy, and the frustration into, you know what I'm saying, taking care of my garden, hanging out with my son, and you know what I'm saying, just trying to get myself back together and maintain, bro, because that was just too much, yo. And you know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where she wanna like she insists on being with him, ain't nobody got time. Me personally, I ain't got time for that. I wouldn't even deal with it. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. If I had going on what she had going on, I would be married to somebody, a lawyer, a judge, a doctor, or something. It's shocking and appalling that she would literally, you know what I'm saying? But I guess it is what it is. What can, baby? I can't believe it. According to him, she worked for a law firm that have, what I'm saying, clients that got money. I can't believe that she decided to settle for him. But I guess it is what it is. I feel you. I'm trying. I just feel like I know that a lot of people that are in my life, regardless if it be y'all that's watching me online, my family, my friends, feel like I need to get over it. Like, because I kind of been like trying to get over what he did for so long. And it's just so difficult. It's so hard. He did so much. And it was just really traumatizing. But you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get over it and move on with my life. And you know what I'm saying? Hopefully sooner than later. Yeah, I feel like that's part of it too, the betrayal of it. But it is what it is. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? He thought that when I didn't allow him to move into that trailer without an apology, he thought I had another man there. But in reality, it was just me and my son. And I was waiting on him to simply say, I'm sorry. But he couldn't manage to say, I'm sorry without cussing, without acting a fool, without sending threats, without saying that he gonna do X, Y, and Z, and this gonna happen and that. Like he acted as if saying, just simply saying, I am sorry that I put my hands on you and I cheated on you. He act like it was a problem. He act like it was like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just wild to me, and then I see him, you know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, acting like he want to make up with me and be with me in San Antonio. He spent $200 that could have went towards paying for a rental car, paying for towards our hotel room, getting us something to eat, us having a night out, and sent her some flowers. This man spent I think it was $175 on flowers. And then I'm pretty sure they weren't even the prettiest of flowers, not even like a bouquet of roses. And I nonsense, bro, and acted as if saying sorry to me was poison in his mouth, and it would have caused him to, you know what I'm saying? That really pissed. That was like I feel like that was the cherry on the cake that caused me to pack my bags and dip. Because nah, bro, I feel you. I feel you. I try to look at it that way. I guess once I get all the way over it, even though I'm trying, I'm getting over it slowly but for surely. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, it didn't break me, so maybe it's a situation where it's gonna make me. It is what it is. I feel you. That's how it be, and that's how it be sometimes. And that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I have no other choice but to turn to God. I have no other choice but to look towards God for help, for love, for inspiration. There's nothing else that I simply can do. But it was hard to go through it. You know what I'm saying? It was hard. It was a tough experience. All right, Larry. I'm probably about to get off of here in a few minutes too. And you know what I'm saying, go in the house. Oh, my legs just pop when I move like that. I'm probably gonna go in the house and relax. And you know what I'm saying? Give my neighbors some peace. Cause it sounds like they either trying to watch a movie or trying to listen to some music. So I'm finna go ahead and go on about my business. And I've been out here for what? Over an hour. You said don't hunt you. It is funny. But yo, I'm probably gonna go in the house and lay it all down, yo, and relax. God bless you too. Y'all have a good night. Let me go ahead and cut my fan off and I'm gonna go in the house. I don't know if I'm gonna stop. I'm kind of still want to vape, but I am kind of finna come up off a live because I know I can't have no music in the background and it sounds like they getting ready to blast music. I don't know how much battery or charge my mic still have, even though it seemed like it have some. But I'm finna go ahead and dip and go on by my business. Oh, oh shoot, I didn't drop my lighter again. Let me get that. I'm sorry. I had me a long day yesterday, y'all. Even though I had fun. I did. It was worth it. It was. It was worth it. I had fun. But you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I wish I would have drank, brown instead of white liquor because I really be tripping on that white liquor, yo. All right, y'all. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys to bits and pieces, and I'll see y'all later. Deuces.